Top of the morning, everyone. My name is Tshidi, and I'm back with another video. Have you ever wondered why your CV keeps on vanishing into this weird void, even when you're actually clearly qualified? What if I told you that one or two tiny formats could actually change the reason why you're actually not being seen? Today, we're actually busting the ATS myths. Guys, there's been too many myths online about what an ATS is and what it can do. And I'll also try and help you figure out the best ways to make sure that your CV is ready for the next ATS. Quick promise, by the end of this video, you will know exactly what to change, what to ignore, and how to format your CV so that it actually shows up to the recruiter searches and even when a job gets another 100 applicants. Let's deconstruct how modern ATS actually behave, then we can actually fix the CV together a bit later. Myth number one, PDFs always fail ATSs. Guys, that's one of the worst myths I've actually seen online anywhere, where people say, no, don't use a PDF because ATSs don't know how to read a PDF. The reality is most ATSs can actually read both PDF as well as Word correctly with no issues. Although performance varies by system, some vendors actually say PDF is fine. Others will actually recommend a .docs or basically a Word document for maximum formatting capability or for maximum capability. When in doubt, follow the job posting and keep a PDF and a Word document version or Google Doc version that is actually available for the next thing. The other thing that I've also seen online is where people say don't use Canva, which can also export a PDF format to actually do your CVs. Once again, also, this is untrue. Canva format PDF is also very clean because you can actually make sure that you've got the cleanest version that is actually available. So if you don't know anything about Canva, please go check it out. Now, the one tip that I'll actually give is that keep your CV file under 2 megabytes. Now, a lot of ATSs actually can't take anything over 2 megabytes. Most of them are up to 2.5 megabytes. If your CV is more than 2 megabytes, you know there's a likelihood that you're going to have to keep on trying to reformat it so that it actually fits that particular application. Myth number two is about a 2-column versus a single column. The one that says 2 columns make you look modern and ATSs will figure it out. This is one of the myths that people actually push out there. The reality is columns and tables still scramble content in many systems. A lot of systems don't know how to read that. Single column is actually the safest choice because the version that you actually upload is normally sometimes easier for the systems to actually read. Use simple bullets, vertical bars like all the dots, or group your skills instead of actually tables. So please, whatever you do when you put together a CV, avoid tables because ATSs don't necessarily read tables that well. And as I mentioned, double column, yes, it looks really good. It looks pretty. You can see column this, column that, but most of the time, ATSs normally sometimes struggle to pass the data correctly. Myth number 3, headers and footers are fine for contact information. Guys, a header is that little part at the top of the CV that you normally put, or the footer. So some people make you believe that those are very good. In reality, many ATSs either ignore or drop the content placed inside the document header or the footer. So put your name and phone number, email in the body, just there at the top. So please stop putting it in the header or footer. You only normally put it there so that if the document is lost, somebody can actually track to see, okay, this document is linked to that other document. So please do not go there and put your data only in the header and the footer and expect the ATS to be able to read it. Because in some cases, you'll find that the header and the footer are normally very embedded. Myth number 4, ATSs only match exact words. In reality, guys, modern platforms actually parse text. Then they allow recruiters to actually filter and rank with keyword matches. And the keywords don't have to be exactly the same. And many include semantic search that recognizes variation of very different words. So you don't have to have the exact words for that ATS to figure out what you were trying to say, but synonyms or anything that could actually be spelled out, versions of acronyms or whatever, will always help. You still need the obvious keywords and then try and write the full term first, then the acronym in brackets. So please, for example, instead of just writing CRM, write Customer Relation Manager, because in some cases, depending on the industry, CRM sometimes means something completely different. Remember, some ATSs also rank you based on those keywords. So if you don't have keywords that have actually been highlighted on the job, the ATS might not rank you as high as it should be able to rank you. And then myth number 5, ATS auto rejects without the human eyes. Yes, guys, there's so many myths out there that I've seen, especially from people that are not recruiters, that keep on saying, oh no, ATS are auto rejecting. ATS parse data. They store and make CVs searchable for the recruiters. Then humans filter out and create a shortlist. Some systems offer rankings, some do not. And the recruiters still read your CV. Your goal is to make sure that there's a clean parsing and clear human readability. It's easier enough for somebody to be able to read it. Remember, 99% of the ATS do not reject unless the recruiter has created killer questions or screening questions that if you answer no to, the system will actually automatically flag you so that the recruiter can easily just reject you because then you've failed that reality. Myth number 6, design, the icons and headshots actually help me stand out. The truth is, decorative graphics or these weird graphics that people normally do can actually increase the size of your CV and actually sometimes break the parsing of your CV. Keep the upload version text first. Use a very visually styled version only when you actually email it to the recruiter directly or you bring it to a job interview. But if you're sending it through an ATS, keep the simplest one that's possible. Do not put these funny graphics that nobody else can read and understand what they're saying. Then the biggest question that people then ask is, what actually gets you seen in 2025? Think of a very clean structure, correct keywords that are there, consistent dates, and searchable skills. First thing is use standard headings that ATS and humans recognize. Work experience, education, skills, certifications. Avoid creative labels because most of the people won't even understand what you put in there. When it comes to dates, guys, use month, the year to month, year. So remember, it's month, year, and then to whatever period it is, month, year. Keep the format consistent everywhere. Location filters matter too, including city or country for each one of those roles. Job titles match the market language. Please, if your company has always had this weird titles that they've been using, use the industry language that's actually understood and known by those different industry. Do not use that creative one that your company's been using. For example, if your contract says you're a client success ninja, reframe it to a client success manager, then explain the scope in the bullet points. Number 4, skills. Mirror the job ad, include hard skills and relevant tools that you've actually been using that you've seen on the job ad. Avoid skill tables, guys. Write them a simple line with commas or vertical bars. Number 5, achievements. Write with impact, with verbs and numbers. Delivered X, saved Y, improved X, improved Z. Whatever it is that you actually have, please make sure that you do that. And then number 6, guys, is your file format. PDFs are always amazing because in most cases, the format of the document stays as is. Word document, depending on some of the systems and the ATSs that are there, if it's too old school, it might struggle. So Word document also works. Here's how an ATS actually works, guys. Number 1 is you upload your CV. The system then parses your file, which means it extracts the name, the contact information, the employees, the titles, the dates, education, and the skills into the different fields that already exist in that ATS because they already are coded into that ATS. 3, the recruiter then goes through that, such as for specific keywords that exists in your CV or in that past information to see if they match what is already on the job. And if not, then they are likely going to reject you. So if your CV looks too unique, where it doesn't have some of those skills, 100% the recruiter is going to reject you. Remember, no automatic declines. Number 4 is volume is high, so clarity wins. Simplicity is one of the best things that you can actually use. And then one of the things that I've actually said, guys, is from a template point of view, use a clean 1-column template that avoids tables, no columns, no images, no headers that are actually weird, just simple stuff that is there that everybody understands. Fonts like Calibri, Arial, Helvetica are normally safe. So here's your checklist that you should have. Is that 1 column is a winner. Double column is great if you're coming into the job interview and you want to present it and you want to make it look pretty. And also it's still on the 1 column, no tables, no icons, simple stuff. 2, no headers or footers for important text. 3, month, year, dates, consistency everywhere. Standard section headings, Work experience, education, skills. That's all you need to do. Skills as text, not as graphics. Include spelled out acronyms. Do not just only write the acronyms, make sure that you actually spell them out. Keep the file size lean. Avoid image heavy because images cannot be passed onto the ATS. And then lastly, make sure that you've got both a Word and a PDF document for you to always win when it comes to this. Now, here's your action for today, guys. Pick 1 or 2 sites to fix in your CV. Move your content out of the header. Rebuild your layout into one column. Rewrite 3 bullet points into outcome statements. And one of the best things that you can always do, guys, is just go to Canva. It's got some amazing templates, most of which are free. Just do that. But please, whatever you do, do single columns, because you will always win. If you found these tips helpful, please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share with your friends. Until we meet again in the next video. Peace.